Hey there, ready for a deep dive? We're talking Dubai today, a city that never stands still.
Always pushing boundaries, that's for sure.
Exactly. And get this, the online shopping craze is actually reshaping Dubai's skyline.
It really is incredible. And not just in the ways you might think, like drone deliveries.
Right. So let's dive into this report we got our hands on. It's from a Dubai real estate expert, and it claims e-commerce is flipping the script on the city's property scene.
Big time. And we're not just talking about what people are buying online. It's about where all those transactions are actually going down and the impact that has. It's huge.
Okay, so you know I'm a sucker for a good stat. This report claims the UAE online market will hit, wait for it, $27.1 billion by 2025.
That's a mind-boggling number.
Seriously, that's like everyone in the entire country buying an extra pair of shoes online every single year. Just online.
It's a shopping spree of epic proportions.
For real. So what does that kind of insane growth mean for physical buildings? Are we talking even more skyscrapers?
It definitely means a need for more space, but not necessarily the kind you'd picture. Think less luxury apartments and more warehouses, logistics hubs, those behind-the-scenes giants.
Warehouses. So instead of penthouses, we're talking warehouses.
Exactly. Last year alone, demand in that sector shot up 18%. Big players like Amazon and Noon are driving that demand.
Makes sense. They're the giants of online shopping.
And get this report suggests we might actually see a shortage of warehousing space by 2025.
A shortage. So if you're sitting on a big plot of land right now,
Get ready to build a warehouse, because Amazon might be calling.
right, seriously, call Amazon. But here's something I always wonder about. I order something online, and like magic, it shows up at my doorstep a couple of days later. What happens in between? It can't be just one delivery guy in a van, right?
You're right. It's way more complicated than that. What you're describing is what the experts call last-mile delivery. And let me tell you, it's a logistical puzzle.
Okay, last mile delivery. Makes sense.
And that last leg of the journey, getting that package from a central hub to your doorstep, that can eat up a crazy 30% of a business's total delivery costs.
30%? That's insane.
It's a huge chunk of their expenses, which is why companies were constantly searching for ways to streamline that process.
So they can keep those costs down. I totally get it.
Exactly. And that's exactly why we're seeing a boom in last-mile delivery facilities popping up all over Dubai. Imagine them like mini distribution centers.
Mini distribution centers. Okay, I'm picturing those.
They're strategically located closer to customers, which makes those deliveries faster and way cheaper.
Smart. So these facilities are essentially acting as the middleman.
Precisely. And here's something interesting. Many of these new facilities are setting up shop in spaces that used to be traditional retail stores.
Wow, so instead of walking into a store to browse, say, for a new lamp, I'm ordering it online and then picking it up from what used to be a storefront, but is now a mini warehouse.
You got it. And this whole shift, it's not just about efficiency, though. It's changing the way we think about the entire retail experience. The whole game is changing.
So are you saying brick and mortar stores are done for?
It's not that simple. Not necessarily doomed, but they definitely need to evolve.
Adapt or die, right?
Pretty much. This report highlights how physical stores are transforming. It's less about aisles of products and more about creating experiences you just can't get online.
Okay, I like where this is going. Experiences.
Exactly. Think Instagrammable installations, those pop-up events, personalized service things that draw people in.
That makes sense. People crave that in-person connection. I know I do.
And you're not alone. The report actually found that 63% of shoppers, they're actively looking for stores that offer these unique experiences. So it's not just about buying stuff anymore. It's about buying into a feeling, a vibe, a community.
So fewer long-term leases for stores and more pop-up shops, workshops, that sort of thing.
You're catching on. The report found a whopping 73% of companies prefer flexible lease terms these days.
Can't say I blame them. Businesses have to adapt.
Exactly. And landlords are starting to get the message. They're feeling the heat to adapt. This report suggests they need to embrace shorter leases, create those co-working spaces. They even suggest incorporating sustainable building practices to attract a new breed of eco-conscious businesses.
Speaking of sustainability, it's everywhere these days.
It's not just a trend, it's what consumers want.
Oh.
And they're willing to put their money where their mouth is.
So businesses have to go green to keep up.
This report states that 60% of consumers would actually pay more, a premium, for sustainably sourced goods. And that same thinking, it carries over to where they shop. They want to see solar panels on the roof, efficient energy systems, green building practices,
Yeah.
the whole package.
It's not just about looking good, it's about doing good for the planet and appealing to a new generation of conscious consumers.
You nailed it. And it's not just about attracting tenants either. Buildings that prioritize sustainability, they have lower operating costs, higher property values, and they appeal to a broader range of investors.
So it's win-win. Good for the planet, good for business.
Exactly. This is a total shift in how we shop, how businesses operate, and even how cities are designed.
All driven by online shopping. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around.
It's pretty mind-blowing. And what's fascinating is that Dubai, with its knack for innovation, it's becoming like a global test case for this fusion of e-commerce and real estate.
Like a sneak peek into the future of shopping.
Exactly.
So with all these changes happening, what does it actually mean for the average person in Dubai?
Well, on a practical level, get ready to see even more delivery trucks zipping around. You might even see drones delivering packages.
Drones in Dubai. Now that's something I'd love to see.
It'd be pretty cool.
Oh.
But beyond those futuristic deliveries, this shift ultimately means more choices and more convenience.
Convenience is king.
Tell me about it. That rare book you can never find, a special ingredient for tonight's dinner. You'll be able to order it online and have it delivered straight to you. Probably faster and maybe even cheaper than going to a store.
Sounds pretty good to me. But what about the social part of shopping? Are we all going to turn into hermits, never leaving our homes?
Not necessarily. Remember those experiential retail spaces we were talking about?
Right, those Instagrammable pop-up shops and events.
Those are designed to bring people together. Developers and businesses are getting really creative. They're enticing people to come out for interactive exhibits, workshops, community gatherings even, things you just can't replicate online.
It's about getting people out and getting them to share experiences instead of just buying things. I like it.
Precisely. And, for those people who love that thrill of the hunt, who love stumbling upon a one-of-a-kind item, a real hidden gem, they'll always love physical stores.
There's nothing like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But to compete with how easy and convenient online shopping is, those brick-and-mortar stores will need to offer shoppers something really special. They have to be, Instagram-worthy.
It's like that line between shopping online and offline is blurring. It's pretty wild when you think about it. Ordering shoes from your favorite influencer's pop-up shop while sipping a latte in an old warehouse that's now a co-working space. It's really incredible how quickly things are changing.
We're kind of rewriting the rules of retail and real estate. It's a really interesting time to be watching these trends unfold.
Speaking of trends, what's your prediction for what's next? What's coming down the pipeline in Dubai?
Well, this report, it doesn't just look at what's happening now. It gives us a glimpse at some exciting future possibilities, too. Imagine buildings that are designed for robots and drones, not just people.
Okay, now that sounds pretty futuristic.
Picture drones landing on rooftops, robotic arms sorting through packages in underground tunnels, all while AI and a seamless network of data connect everything.
Now that's a future I want to live in. Sign me up for that drone delivery service, please.
It'd be pretty great, right? But it's about way more than just these futuristic gadgets. This type of interconnected system could lead to hyper-efficient logistics, less traffic on the roads, and even personalized shopping experiences tailored to your location and what you like.
Okay, so you're saying if I walk past a store that's having a flash sale on headphones and I've been thinking about getting new headphones, my phone will just know and it'll send me a notification.
Exactly.
It's amazing,
Yeah.
but also, I don't know, a little scary, like Big Brother.
I get it. It's a fine line. And honestly, this type of future also presents new challenges that we're just starting to think about. Things like data privacy, cybersecurity, and the ethical use of AI. Those are all big questions we need to address. It's not all robot butlers and sunshine,
So there are definitely two sides to every coin.
for sure. But that's how it is with innovation. We're always going to hit bumps in the road. But if we understand the trends, we can anticipate the challenges that might come up, and we're willing to engage in these sorts of conversations, I think we can create a future that works for everyone.
I love your optimism. It's been incredible learning about Dubai's real estate market. It seems like they're really leading the charge and embracing the future.
They really are. And for all our listeners out there today, I'd encourage you to look into how these trends are playing out in your own communities. Who knows, maybe you'll be inspired to start the next Instagram-worthy pop-up shop, or maybe you'll invest in your own last-mile delivery facility.
There you have it. From mega warehouses to drone deliveries, Dubai's real estate market is anything but boring. It's been a fascinating deep dive, and we can't wait to have you back for another one soon. Until then, keep exploring.
For more in-depth insights, visit our blog page on the website. Stay informed with Red Rock Real Estate. With over 20 years of expertise in Dubai's commercial property market, we're your trusted partner. Contact us if you're looking to lease, buy, or manage commercial properties.